Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are back with a viewer summon with Laylee's account. As you can see, we have 70,000 diamonds in the bag. They have just been accumulating a ton of stuff. We have Stargazer cards, we have 46 scrolls, 200 regular scrolls, which is going to be a huge summoning session. We did buy some extra bag space. As you can see here, we have Lucius, we have Iran, we have Sophia already at Ascended, which is awesome. We are in chapter 19 right now. So let's go ahead and look at the bag and we will open a couple stones. We do have a Pitmaster's Gift, which gives us 10 more stones. Overall, we have, let's see how many we have. 10 summons, so 10 elite summons. Hoping for some Celestials, hoping for some Hypogeans. As we get into the summons, here we go. It looks like we got a copy of Baden. So right off the bat, unlocking a new hero as well as Oscar. Very good in PvP. I still have not had the opportunity to build him yet, but there is Saurus. Saurus you want to focus on building on all of your accounts because he is primary in the Twisted Essence bosses and also in the guild bosses. Some of the events, they use him as well to really maximize the damage. So here we do have Saurus. We have Solus as well, which is good. Belinda, another copy. Do have Oscar, Leica, and Rain. Double Rain, which is unfortunately fodder Rain. We're not going to go through and ascend any of the heroes on this one, so we're going to save the rest of our stones, but we will get into the summons. So looking here, we have 200 summons, 1,500 companion points, 46 faction scrolls, which we have Lightbearer right now, 70,000 diamonds. So let's go ahead and look at the wish list. We have Rowan, of course. Rowan is the priority for the Lightbearer. Cecilia, very solid. Rose is an easy carry. Here we have Inoki and Skarath, which are awesome. Sophia, definitely a good, powerful hero. We have Damon in here as well. Trying to pull a couple copies of him as well as Saurus. The only one that I'd swap in here is Iran, but remember, we already have him at Ascended. So for a lot of the accounts, you can actually swap out heroes when you have Ascended. And the big thing right now is when you look at the actual Field of Stars is the big torch. So this is reliant on getting Ascended heroes to go ahead and have an additional hero choice pack monthly. So as you're continuing to get Ascended heroes, the benefit of adding stars to them is not very high. So a lot of people choose to go ahead and once a hero is Ascended, drop them out of the wish list so you can focus on other heroes. Keeping in mind the heroes you can buy from the shop, you will get copies of them through Elite Soul Stones, possible events if you get them in chests, so there's always going to be additional ways to get heroes. Even pulling them here with our cards, you do have a chance to get a random hero, not a wish list hero, but a random hero that you can pull. So let's go ahead and get into the companion summons. We have 1,500, so 15 total summons here, which we get an elite right off the bat. A copy of Inoki. I've built Inoki on the Mauler account. I would definitely recommend. He does phenomenal in the Mauler Tower. The Mauler team, he replaced Warwick very fast just because of the shielding ability that he brings, as well as his ult to knock everybody back and his CC with the stuns. So a couple more rare cards there. Hopefully we can pull a couple elites. Remember with the companion points, the percentages are a little bit lower, so the likeliness of pulling an elite hero in here is lower than it is. You don't get it, as you can see, every 3, as you do with the normal summons. So we've only seen Inoki at this point. Hopefully we can do 1 or 2 more good summons and pull 1 or 2 more elites out of here, which would be good statistically speaking from the accounts. But look at this. Anytime that we get 7 rare cards, I will definitely take it because that is a lot of fodder. And there's another elite card right there, which is a copy of Rowan, the best non-celestial Hypogean hero in the game, hands down. Only hero that drops into an S+ signature item because his support is super powerful. And another elite right there, which is a copy of, look at that, Odin. I've started using him in the Graveborn Tower as well as the Graveborn team, swapping between him and Isabella. And look at that, another elite right there, which is a copy of Damon. There he is. Built him on my pay-to-win account. Definitely good to see him again. Very, very overpowered. If you haven't checked out the last video I put out, it was actually testing him in the Graveborn Tower. He is very, very powerful. The life leech, the life steal or life leech ability that he has, very, very powerful. Plus the shields and damage. He was out damaging everybody else in the Graveborn Tower, even though he's a tank. So look at our hero selection here. Ton of heroes. A lot of heroes going up to Elite and Elite Plus. Even here, another whole line of Elite Plus heroes. So getting a lot more fodder for this count as we continue the summons. Hoping we get one more. And again, look at that. 6 rare cards from a companion pool. And the same, 6 more rare cards. So a lot of fodder we picked up there. We'll go ahead and get into our regular scroll summons. We have 200 here. So 20 full pulls, which remember, every 3 we're going to get an elite, but we want some doubles, triples, maybe even a quad if we get lucky. And we start off very slow with 3 rare cards there. 3 more rare cards, and this is our elite pull. There we go. Hopefully it's Daemon. We would like to build him on this account. Copy of Sophia. Her Falling Sun ability, Static Field ability. Overall, she is definitely a mauler to build. Her Scatter Shot does stun the opponent, breaks into more pieces, hits other heroes, and her signature item can supercharge her damage, increasing her overall damage output. Which again, there's another elite card. Just copy of Rowan again. That's double copies of Rowan. We might be able to get him to Ascended here. I think we were pretty close before. Again, not pulling many back-to-back elites. But we still got a lot of summons left here. All right, so double. Our first double. Let's see who we get. Copy of Skarath and Belinda. Belinda, absolutely super nuke. Same with Skarath. His furniture is really broken, bringing heroes together. He has the ability to stack heroes with his ultimate ability and stack heroes with his furniture bonus, which makes him very, very powerful. Especially in the Mauler Tower. The furniture that we've gotten from the Whale Inn, yes, I said the Whale Inn, not the Oak Inn, has really changed a lot of the lineup of the heroes that we've gotten. So even here, there's another elite, hopefully Celestial Hypogean. It is Nara. Another Graveborn hero, super powerful. That is why we have the wish list. Look at that, double cards there, a lot of emblems. So in here we have Rowan and Skarath going to Elite Plus, and look at the rare fodder. So we'll be able to auto ascend again just with the fodder heroes we have there, making a lot of Legendary Plus. So when Layla goes ahead and decides to build the heroes on this account, we can definitely see how powerful they are. And it's nice to build up kind of a stockpile like they did on here, even though it does hinder your progression, which there's another elite hero, another copy of Inoki. Like I was saying, it can hinder your progression. A lot of people say, should I save all my scrolls, all my diamonds to summons? It can hinder your progression. Now, a lot of people love to do it for the reason for doing the viewer summons, summoning sessions, things of that nature, is pulling all the heroes together and seeing who you can build. So it does have a benefit to it, which another copy of Rowan, that's already triple copies of Rowan, which is always nice to see. And look at that, back-to-back elites. Should we get a copy of Sophia? That's double copies of Sophia there. So that'll conclude it for the scrolls. Let's go ahead and get into the diamonds. We are going to have a ton of emblems coming out of here. Again, 6 rare cards there. All right, so another elite, just a copy of Titus. Titus, again, is another hero that I've never built. I've heard he dies very, very easy, but when it comes to the Maulers, he is one of the few that provides a CC aspect to it. So he actually does have crowd control, which is CC. He has a fear when he goes in. And there's another elite right there. So it can be beneficial for him. And another copy of Nara. Nara is another one with the butchery ability, supercharge her damage. Again, a lot more emblems. Another card there. That gives us a copy of Nara, Inoki, and Sophia. So we can continue to build those. And Rowan, we do have there as well. So I believe we'll have enough cards to get Rowan up to Ascended. Look at that, another elite. That's back to back to back, which is a copy of Rowan. 4 copies of Rowan. A lot of players have problems pulling Rowan, and I seem to get a lot of copies of him on my main account. I get a lot of copies of him on the accounts that I summon for. Another elite there. We haven't seen any Celestials or Hypogeans, which a copy of Verk. Verk's ult, especially with the signature item 30, does a ton of damage, as well as the little poison bomb that he throws. Does a slow, does a little bit of damage. And again, another elite, which is a copy of Oden. Back to the Graveborn heroes. Still no Celestials and no Hypogean heroes. I know, again, they're stat-wise, it's a little bit more difficult to summon them. That's why we very rarely see them. But usually a session like this, which another elite right there, and another copy of Skarath. So we are seeing everyone from our wish list tonight. 4 more rare summons there. And again, another card. So we get a copy of Verk, another copy of Rowan. So now if we get the fodder, that will be enough heroes or enough copies to go ahead and move him to Ascended. 4 on the table, which we'll go ahead and we'll do our summon. I'm thinking for Damon. Hopefully we can pull 1 more copy of him. Another elite, so we're starting to see him back to back, which is another copy of Titus. A hero that in the future I will build. So 24,000 diamonds left at this point. Couple more rare cards, so this will be our elite pull. We've only seen 1 double at this point, and single pull again, but it is a copy of Cecilia. So picking up a light bearer there, very, very powerful. She had a humongous debut in the Abysmal Expedition. She was the hero with the damage mitigation that could help you go ahead and hit the damage on the main boss. Another copy of Sophia as well. Again, we are seeing a lot of wish list heroes here. 13,000 diamonds left. Hoping we see at least 1 Celestial or Hypogean. Usually we see at least 1, which another double pull there. Copy of Nara and Pharrell. So 2 of the most powerful Graveborn heroes. Not a copy of Damon, but definitely pulled some heroes here. So we got a couple more summons, and then we'll get in another double, back-to-back doubles, which is Skarath and Lucius. So again, very, very powerful heroes here. 20 chests and another card there on the table. So we got copies of Titus, copies of Skarath. Again, we're going to have more than enough to get these heroes up to Ascended with the amount of copies that we pull. All right, so we got a couple more summons here. Hoping for a Celestial or Hypogean. We need at least 1. 2 more summons. Come on, right here. It is a copy of Lucius again. That'll add a star to him. I believe he is already at Ascended at this point. Final pull, just a couple more rares, but we are going to stick. We'll see, we do have a couple stones here, I'm sure, from the barracks. Go ahead and use these. Remember, we do have all of the rare stones as well that we pulled. So let's go ahead and look at these really quick. We can actually pop some of these. We'll do a couple more summons with all the diamonds that we have here, kind of stocked up and saved. All right, so a couple stones here. We have another shot at some Celestial and Hypogeans, which double Scrag and Nemitsu. Maulers today are on point for this account. That is a ton of Maulers that we have seen. We're going to switch this one. We're going to use cards for Graveborn. We'll switch this one over to Graveborn. Do a couple more summons here, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get some copies of maybe Saurus, maybe another copy of Damon is what I'm hoping for to pull out of here, which another elite right there. Damon we need a copy of. It is Torn. got him on my Graveborn account up to Mythic. Does pretty well. Even though overall he's not a tank, it seems like his damage is pretty good. Just an issue again with survivability when it comes to him being totally geared out. He dies pretty quick, which there is our last one. It has to be a Celestial or Hypogean. It is Nara again. Wow. We have pulled a ton of Graveborns, a ton of Maulers. We have a couple more summons here. So 4 total for the Graveborns, which another elite right off the bat is a copy of Oden. So still, Daemon we're not seeing copies of. 2 more summons here. A couple more rare cards. All right, we got 1 more summon after this. The next one will be elite. Hopefully it's going to be a big one. It is double copies of Graveborn. It is, look at that, Oden and Pharrell. That's a lot of copies of both heroes that we have pulled here. So that gives us a total of 6 cards on the table. Again, we're going to go for Graveborn here. That gives us Nemisu and Skreg, Nara, Pharrell, Oden, and Lucius. So look at the amount of heroes we have here. It gives us 4 more elite. A couple more cards. Again, we'll look for torn between here or looking for some copies of Saurus, but let's go Graveborn just because that's what we've been focusing on. Copy of Daemon. There he is. Another copy. All right, 5 chances to get 2 more cards. Is it a copy? Daemon, look at that. Back-to-back pulls. All right, so 4 more chances. We need 1 more. 4 more cards, though. Let's see. Back-to-back-to-back. It is Torn. All right, 3 more chances here. We double pulled him, even though we didn't get him out of the summons. She got a copy of Kelthar. Definitely don't want to see him, but come on, Daemon. 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. 1. Oh, Oden again. Final pull. Let's see if we can get him. Maybe it is Torn again. Oh, so we didn't get the final copy that we needed, but definitely got some heroes here. We got Kelthar, we got Oden again, we got Torn again, we got Daemon, another copy of. So we are 1 copy short of getting him up. Yep, so 1 copy short there, as you can see. But overall, that was an insane amount of summons. So looking here, even the Graveborn, or excuse me, the Lightbearer, Lucius we already have, so we can add another star to him. Rowan, we got more than enough copies. We can pull him up to Ascended. Cecilia, we didn't see very much action, as well as Rose and Belinda. Not too many copies of either of those heroes. Maulers, we got a lot of. As you can see, we have copies of Sophia there. We have copies of Inoki. Got a couple copies of Skreg as well. So definitely going to be able to build a solid Mauler team here. Wilders, we really didn't see many at all. I believe we pulled 1 or 2. I believe we pulled Leica. So again, not many Wilders here. And then for the Graveborn, we got a ton of Graveborn. So even looking here with Pharrell, we do have a couple copies, I believe, of Pharrell. We got triples of Oden. We got a copy of Pharrell there, so we can actually get him to Legendary Plus. Oden, we have enough to take him up to Ascended here. Nara, we got a couple more copies, which would be close. I mean, we could take her all the way up to Legendary Plus. So overall, very, very good summoning session. Cannot believe we did not see 1 Celestial or Hypogean hero. But overall, Layla, you have a super account that is all set to go. And a big shout out again to Nagini, the guild, for setting up the summons. Definitely love doing the viewer summons. If you're interested in viewer summons, hit me up, furryhippogaming@gmail.com. Let me know what you want me to do. The more specific you are with the details of who you're looking for, setting up the wish list before we do the summons, really, really helpful. But again, if you're interested in viewer summons, please let me know. I always love doing them. Even though we didn't have the best luck, we still pulled a lot of elite heroes here. So very excited for the account. Go ahead and build some heroes here, Layla, as you push through Chapter 19. And as always, thank you guys for watching.